Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Economic Talks. My name is Nisha Yadav and I am a student of MCom Applied Economics Semester 2 from University of Lucknow. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the various sources of rural finance. Basically, rural finance refers to the provision of financial services including savings, credits, payments and insurance which is provided to various individuals, businesses and organizations in the rural areas. These services aims to support agricultural as well as non-agricultural activities to improve rural livelihoods and to promote economic development. Now let us discuss various sources of rural finance. बेसिकली जो सोर्सेज हैं वो दो कैटेगरीज में डिवाइडेड हैं. फर्स्ट इंस्टीट्यूशनल सोर्सेज विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज फॉर्मल सोर्सेज. सेकेंड नॉन इंस्टीट्यूशनल सोर्सेज विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज. जो इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज हैं वो इंक्लूड्स करते हैं लैंडलॉर्ड्स, मनी लेंडर्स, ट्रेडर्स एंड इनपुट सप्लायर्स एंड बोरोइंग फ्रॉम family, friends, relatives, etc. Now moving on to the institutional sources. So institutional sources includes NABARD, government, RRBs, cooperative credit societies, commercial banks, etc. Now let us discuss each one by one. So first is NABARD. NABARD stands for National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. It was established on 12th of July in the year 1982. And it is an apex institution for handling operations, policy and planning in the field of rural credit. And it also provides refinance support to the banks and to the financial institutions that lends to the farmers and to the rural entrepreneurs. This ensures a continuous credit flow in the economy. Next is RRBs, which stands for Regional Rural Banks. It was established in the year 1975 and it operates at district level, and it was set up to promote credit supplies in the remote rural areas and in the backward districts. India started with 196 RRBs when they were first set up in 1975. But however, the number of RRBs reduced to 43. इसके पीछे कई कारण हैं. First, due to the consolidation and amalgamation, due to the technological advancement and digitalization, or due to the merger with sponsor banks, and due to the increased competition from the other financial institutions. Next is cooperative credit societies. Cooperative credit societies बहुत ही reasonable rate of interest पे किसानों को लोन प्रोवाइड करती हैं, and it also provide guidance in diverse agricultural operations to increase crop productivity. And they follow a three-tier structure. First, at village level, there are PACs, which stands for Primary Agricultural Cooperative Societies. And second, at district level, there are CCBs, which stands for Central Cooperative Banks. And third, at state level, there are STCBs, which stands for State Cooperative Banks. Next is commercial banks. Commercial banks are the most common source of rural finance, and it provides loan and credit facilities to the farmers and to the rural entrepreneurs. But often they charge a high rate of interest as compared to other formal sources of rural finance. So from this, we can conclude that rural finance plays a vital role in the agricultural growth and in the economic development. While formal sources provide structured financial support and informal sources, though more accessible, but often comes with a higher risk. So a balanced approach combining both can ensure a better financial inclusion and sustainable development in the rural areas. So that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. Please let me know if you have any query regarding this video in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.